I'm Misha with MPS, and I'm going to take you through a nice stretch sequence that can be used for your off day or a day that you might be very sore or very tight. So you're going to start seated, however feels comfortable to you. If you have bad knees, you're welcome to sit on a chair, or you're welcome to do this standing. If this is not a comfortable position for you, you can choose a seating position that is. So we're just going to start with some nice gentle breaths. If you feel comfortable enough to close your eyes through these breaths, I will guide you through my verbal cues. Inhale through the nose, and exhale through the mouth. And inhale through the nose, and exhale through the mouth. One more time, just settling the body. And exhale. Good, from here, we just want to take note. Where are we tight? Where are we sore? Where are we feeling tension? And we're going to let it melt away through our breathing. If you are familiar with the yoga breath, it's an inhale through the nose and an exhale through the nose, gently pressing the tongue at the roof of the mouth for an audible sound. So it's an inhale and an exhale, whichever one you feel most comfortable with. From here, relaxing those shoulders down, we're going to inhale, taking that right arm up overhead, and exhale it over. Lifting up through the chest, and releasing it back down. And taking our left hand, inhale, take it up, and taking it over. Nice, big stretch. Inhaling here, and bringing it back. Now I realize I did my right hand and my left hand, which probably looked like it was off from you. So from now on, I will say right, but I will be using my left so I mirror you. So inhale, let's go take that right arm up again. And we're going to exhale, really reach those fingertips for the ceiling in case you're sore through the lats or the ribs or the obliques. And we're going to just side bend over. We're going to hold it here for 2 full breaths. Again, if you feel comfortable to close your eyes, you're welcome to. And exhale. Good, from here we're going to take that palm, flip it up, and reach it for the back wall, just opening up through the chest and the shoulder. Nice and broad. And then we're going to take that hand again, flip the palm, and side bend back over. Then we're going to rotate our torso so our forehead comes to our knee. We're going to feel like someone's grabbing that wrist and really stretching it out. Bringing it back through center. We're going to draw ourselves back up nice and steady. Good. From there, let's go take that other arm. Inhale, arm comes up. And exhale, reach as we go over. Deep breath. Holding here for 2 full deep breaths. One more. Flipping that palm and reaching it on up. Opening through that chest. Nice and broad. Flipping the palm back up overhead for a side bend. Taking a deep breath before we rotate that torso down towards our knee, forehead towards knee. And we're going to stretch. Holding there, deep breath. Rotating our body back over and lifting up through that torso. Good, both arms are now going to go up. Inhale, big stretch up. Palms together. We're going to draw our fingers and wrap it around, so it's going to look like that. But our index fingers are going to stay together. Reaching those fingertips to the ceiling. We're going to open up our chest. Really lengthening again. This can be done in any seated position. Just lift it up tall. And release it on out. Good, from here we're going to go into cat and cow. We're going to start to work down our spine. So in cat and cow, you're looking for your knees to be under your hips and your wrists to be underneath your shoulders. Our abs are going to stay tight, and we're going to tilt our pelvis, scoop our abs, and round our back, feeling a stretch between our shoulder blades, letting our head relax. And then we're going to move through our tailbone, up through our spine, into our head. You're going to feel the length of the neck up through that position. And then tilt the pelvis, scoop the abs, and round that back again.
working through the spine, dropping our shoulders away from our ears. Start to lift through the head. Good. And dropping that chin down, hollowing out those abs, creating space between the shoulder blades. Sink your hips back, separating those knees, and stretching forward. Now what I'm looking for is that you have about 4 fist distance between those knees in our child's pose. Again, if you have bad knees and you can't go into full child's pose, you can always just stay here and stretch, or you can do the standing and just hang over those legs. All right, so while we're staying there, you can choose to massage out your forehead by rotating your head right to left. And you're just going to gently move through the neck. And then we're going to roll ourselves up. We're going to work to stretch our quads, starting to walk our hands back. Depending on how tight you are, this might be enough. For some of you, it may be going all the way down. It may be go to laying down. And you choose your position. If you go all the way laying down, you want to make sure you get your chin back to your chest as you roll up to make sure you don't strain your neck. Go ahead and walk back down if you came up with me and just hold it. Deep breath, find your position again. You want to make sure you feel a stretch, that you challenge yourself, but you don't stress your body. Keeping your abs in, shoulders are relaxed down. Deep breath. And we're going to walk those hands forward. We're going to bring our knees back in line with our hips and draw up. Abs are going to stay tight. We're going to step our right foot forward. And we're going to come into a forward lunge, opening up through our hip flexors, making sure that our knee is over our ankle. We don't want this where the knee is forward over our toes or past our toes. Nice and stable. You can put your hands on your thighs. You can set your hands on the floor. Whatever feels good to you. We're just going to hold here, taking a deep breath. Really trying to power your hips forward to open up the hip flexor of that back leg. Now we're going to take those hands back. We're going to start to curl the toes up to the ceiling. We're going to go into a seated half splits. Really stretching through the back of the hamstring. If you don't feel anything here, you can always grab your toes and really draw them up. Hopefully then you will. Deep breath. And we're going to do it one more time. Bringing the feet forward, pushing through the hips. Chest is open, even if you are putting your hands on the floor. And then you're going to walk it on back into that half split again. On the next one, we're going to walk it forward into that half split, to the forward lunge. Curl your toes and lift your back knee off. From here, we're going to plant our left hand down, or the opposite hand to the forward foot, and rotate. Open through that chest. Good. We want to really create an openness, a rotation, and a stretch. So everything's reaching in different angles. Our fingertips to the ceiling, our back foot heel back for the wall, our head for the forward wall, and our hand and our foot for the floor. Then we're going to take that hand to the inside of our foot. This might be enough stretch for some of you. Some of you may choose to go down to your forearms. So we're going to hold here and breathe. Deep breath. 2 more, steadying that breathing. Last one. Separating out those hands. Step your front foot to your back foot in a plank and switch legs. Setting our knee down, and we're just going to hold here, opening up through the hip. Now with me being on the other leg, you'll be able to see how much my hip is pushing forward to really stretch through the hip flexor. And you want to create that stretch without putting pressure on either knee. Both not through the back knee weighing down on it, as well as the front knee not going past the ankle. Then we're going to walk it on back, curl through our front toes, and go into our stretch. Now from here, we don't want to just hunch and round. We want to try to keep a length in our back and fold our bodies forward to get the best stretch. And then walking those feet forward. Again, opening up that hip flexor. Relaxing our shoulders nice and broad through our chest. Keeping a nice steady breath.
And then bringing it back. Nice and steady. Just allowing that body to stretch and listening to your body. Hearing for its cues, where it needs to hold longer, where it feels like it's nice and relaxed. From here, we're back in our lunge. We're going to curl those back toes and lift the knee up and off. We're going to plant our right hand down, and we're going to rotate and twist. Now on this side, since you can see my back, I'll show you an option for a bind. So you're going to take that hand and loop it behind your back, and you can even put it around your hip flexor, which you can see from the video, and really open up the chest. Deep breath here. Again, you can choose to just have the arm reaching up as well. And release it down. The reason for the bind is to create more openness in the pec muscle. If you don't need it, you don't have to go for the bind. If you don't feel like it opens it, but rather than closes it more off because you're so tight, don't go for the bind. Here you can choose to go down to those forearms if you choose. Focusing on our breathing. Separating out those hands. We're going to press ourselves back into our plank, and from here we're going to go into our down dog. We're going to take those feet a little bit wider. Hands are planted. All 10 fingers are pressed down. Heels are going to try to root down and stretch through our spine and hold. For those of you that are tight in your calves, we're going to just pedal through those feet. Bending one knee, dropping the other heel down. Just getting a nice stretch. Looking up at your hands, step your feet to your hands, and just hang upside down. You may choose to move your head around. You may choose to swing your arms around. You may choose just to hang out. And then we're going to slowly, one bone at a time, roll up to standing, till finally our head comes up, and we're up nice and tall. From there, we're going to take that right hand, taking a wide stance, crossing it over our chest. Again, I'm going to choose my left hand so I can copy you. The right hand is across. The left hand is going to grab up at the wrist and draw it across, dropping your shoulder away from your ear. If you want it to be more resistance against that shoulder to stretch it out more, you can hold at the hand. If you want less, you can take it either across the elbow or at the shoulder is going to be released. And then go ahead and switch. Left hand comes across, right hand comes under, and draws either at the wrist or towards the hand, making sure that we don't strain the hand, dropping the shoulder away from the ear. And release it out. Inhale, big stretch up, reaching for the ceiling. Exhale to release it down. One more time, big stretch up. And exhale to relax it down. Hopefully you feel a little bit more stretched out and can join us for a workout with MPS.